Rogue One, a Star Wars story, introduced us to 7 new ships and vehicles like the Ewing and the TIE Striker. So in this video, I'll be covering what we know about all of those new vehicles. Some light spoilers from the film are included, so be warned. First up is the Ewing, or the UT-60D support craft. It was designed as a troop transport to deliver reinforcements to battle. As such, they were more heavily armored and shielded. When their wings were placed in the defensive configuration, the size of their deflector shields was increased. They were able to carry 2 pilots and 8 passengers. In addition to troop transport, it could serve as an improvised gunship, providing close air support with 2 forward-facing laser cannons and side-facing heavy ion blasters. Developed by the Incom Corporation, they never saw a full production run and were a rarity among the galaxy. The TIE SK Atmospheric Fighter, or TIE Striker, was an experimental design developed on Scarif. Although it was capable of suborbital flight, it was meant for low to high atmospheric defense and was much more effective in atmosphere than a standard TIE. Conversely, the Striker was a poor space fighter. The articulated wings were tipped with laser cannons, and 2 more were mounted on the front. In addition to the pilot, an optional second crew member could serve as a bombardier or gunner, as the fighter came equipped with a bomb port loaded with proton bombs or mines. Krennic's shuttle was a Delta Class T3c. By the time of Rogue One, they were far less popular than the similarly designed but more versatile Lambda-class shuttle. Krennic preferred the Delta for its bold architecture. This is consistent with his penchant for older designs, which can also be seen in his custom, non-regulation DT-29 heavy blaster pistol. In fact, the T3c was a concept ship never meant for release, but Krennic became so enamored of the design that Sienar Fleet Systems pushed it into production. Despite the craft becoming outdated, he kept it for more than a decade. Krennic is such a hipster. But for actual specs on the shuttle, it was armed with 2 twin laser cannons and 3 wingtip laser cannons. It was crewed by 2 people and could carry 15 passengers. The cargo shuttle seen flown by Bodhi was the Imperial Zeta-class transport. It was developed by the Telgorn Corporation with some help from Sienar Fleet Systems, so it shares some resemblance to the Lambda and Delta-class shuttles. The cargo pod was modular and could be quickly picked up or dropped off without requiring a full landing. The shuttles were armed with multiple paired laser cannons, 2 mounted on the wings and 3 mounted on the hull. The all-terrain armored cargo transport was, of course, very similar to the standard AT-AT. They were not built for combat, but were still equipped with 2 heavy laser cannons to protect their cargo. They were over 9 meters taller than the normal AT-AT, but less heavily armored. They could hold thousands of tons of raw materials, and knee joints were supported by electromagnetic fields. Ion blasts to those field generators could weaken the joint to the point where it would no longer be capable of supporting such a heavy load. Moving on to the TX-225 Occupier Combat Assault Tank, they were utilized on Jedha to protect cargo deliveries of kyber crystals. They rarely came equipped with shields, but were heavily armored. They were crewed by 1 commander, 1 driver, and 1 gunner. They were armed with 3 medium double laser cannons, 1 in the middle and 2 on the sides that could rotate. The model seen on Jedha utilized tracks to move, but another model used repulsor lifts and was dubbed the hovertank, which can be seen in the Han Solo comic. The final ship I'll be talking about today is the Profundity, the MC75 Mon Calamari cruiser commanded by Admiral Raddus. Like other Mon Calamari capital ships, it was originally a passenger liner that was converted into a warship. The Profundity was one of the first completed. It had a crew of 3,225 and was armed with 20 laser cannons, 12 turbo laser cannons, 4 heavy ion cannons, and 12 proton torpedo launchers. Measuring at just over 1,200 meters, it was nearly as long as an Imperial Star Destroyer. That's it for today. If you haven't already, please like and share this video, subscribe to the channel to see new Star Wars videos every day, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and consider checking out my Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.